Need to get started, so here we go. Your content should be making you money. If it's not, we have a serious problem. There should be no reason why you're scrolling on social media for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours and you're not even getting paid to be here. Make it make sense. If you are not generating income, if you are not building your business, then why do you continue to be on these apps? These apps should be for making money, not for wasting time. Okay. Something else I want you guys to understand is this. Good morning. You should be generating income while you are asleep. The goal is to build wealth. But we cannot do that if the only time you make money is if you're actively working for it. Because let's be real, at some point you're going to want to take a vacation. You're going to want to spend time with your family. You're going to want to practice self care. You probably want to get 8 hours of sleep. But if the only time you make money is if you're actively working for it, well, then that's a problem that we have to fix today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next Monday, not 2027. Today. Good morning. See, what a lot of you guys fail to realize is you only need one product in your store. You just need one. See, some of y'all get hung up on making ebook after ebook after ebook, but you haven't even sold the first 10. You haven't even sold the first one. You need one product, and that one product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. You're going to sell that one product over and over and over and over and over again. Okay? It's really not that difficult. You make it harder than it needs to be. Why? Because a lot of you guys live in fear. On my live, fear stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you guys have been doing. You have been running away from your brilliant idea, your $1 million idea for years, some of y'all decades, because you're so fearful of looking stupid. Mm, mm, mm. You're so fearful of failing. You're so fearful of people talking about you. You're so fearful of sucking. And all of this fear that you refuse to let go of is the very thing that is stealing your dream life from you. Because let's be real, you already know what kind of life you want to live. You have prayed and prayed and prayed some more. You've been manifesting and manifesting, making vision board after vision board. You know exactly what kind of life you want to live. You know exactly what side of town you want to live on. Yes, you do. You know exactly what kind of vacations you want to take with your family. You know exactly how much money you want in your savings account. And most importantly, you know exactly how much money you want to leave your children when you're no longer here. Am I lying? You know all the things. But every single day that you choose not to live like that is another day that you could have. But you allowed fear to steal it from you. Gotta fix it, ladies. That fear that you refuse to let go of is destroying your dream life. For those of you guys who have never seen me before, hello, my name is Jasmine. I'm so glad to have you. This morning, we are going to be building our online business from scratch, okay? I'm going to be giving you all a lot of information this morning. It would be in your best interest to take notes because if I know anything about you, you are human at the end of the day, which means you're bound to forget because you always do. That ain't going to change. Life's and stresses. True or false? But if you take notes, if you write it down, good morning, anything that I do say that you happen to forget, you can still refer back to your notes and get it done. The key word of this live, ladies, is going to be execution. You're going to hear me say that word about 10 million times this morning. Go ahead and write this down because I need it to stick in your pretty head. Psychology has already proven the more we hear something, the more it sticks. And I need this information to stick. Not only will you take notes, but you're going to actually do it. Okay. It amazes me how many people will watch about the thing. They'll journal about the thing. Y'all love to journal. Y'all some journaling queens. You will tell other people about the thing. You will archive reels about the thing. You'll pray about the thing. People will do everything except the thing. And I need you to do the thing. You have to execute. You have to take yourself off of these apps and actually do the thing. Because I promise you this, if you don't do it, I promise you it's not going to work. Ain't nothing that we're talking about this morning going to apply to you if you don't execute. I promise you. Okay? It's not up for discussion. If I say anything this morning that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, thank you, user. Go ahead and start double tapping the screen. YouTube, go ahead and start thumbs upping. I see you guys here on TikTok. I need you guys to start double tapping that screen. The more we interact with these lives, ladies, the more TikTok and YouTube will push these lives out to more people. Good morning. And believe it or not, there are a lot of women who want to start online businesses, but they don't realize that they're the reason why it's not getting done. See, I am big on us being accountable for our actions. Accountability is king. Contrary to popular belief, you're the reason why things aren't getting done. It is your lack of discipline. It is your lack of consistency. It is your lack of follow through. It is your lack of prioritizing yourself in your own life. You get one life and you want to give everything to everyone else, but you don't even want to take a few minutes a day and do for yourself. Make it make sense. It is your lack of confidence. And until we fix those things about you, I promise you, you won't have no business. I pinky swear. You don't believe me? Okay. Keep not adjusting you and then see where you're at a year from now. You'll be in the exact same spot. We are the common denominator in our own life. We are the reason why we're not getting things done. We are holding ourselves back. We got to change it. Okay. We've got to fix who we are so we can become the version of ourselves that attracts the things that we want. All right. If you have your pen and paper in hand, thank you, Pan, and you are ready for class to begin, go ahead and put ready in the chat, because if you are ready to learn, I am ready to teach. Good morning. And while I wait for somebody to put ready in this chat, let me ask you and be honest. When was the last time you prioritized yourself in your own life? When was the last time you said to yourself, okay, today I'm going to take 20 minutes and I'm going to lock in and do something for me? Hmm. Good morning. YouTube, thumbs up the live. Some of y'all don't even know because you never make yourself a priority in your own life. And that's the problem. I don't know what world you live in, but in the real world, you have to show up for you. I don't know why so many people think that they don't have to prioritize themselves at all, and yet they're going to magically reach their goals. Do you know how ridiculous that sounds? That sounds crazy. You have to start making yourself a priority in your own life. It's not up for negotiation. That's the new standard. Okay. All right. Yes, big facts. Let's go ahead and get started. You guys, make sure you're double tapping the screen. I see you guys here. It takes 2 seconds. YouTube, thumbs up. I see 25 people on YouTube and only 4 thumbs up. The math ain't mathing because you carry the 2, it still ain't making sense. 2 seconds. Thumbs up the live, please. So let's go ahead and get started. Good morning. What is a digital product and how will we build our business? Okay. A digital product, ladies, is something you do not have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix. Think of a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. You just don't physically have in your possession, right? It's all out in the cloud somewhere, okay? Ladies, you are going to create something to sell. And please don't overthink, because some of y'all are the queens of overthinking. Listen, there's something that you already know how to do. There is something that you are extremely good at. Ask yourself, what is something that people are always trying to get me to do for them for free? And whatever that thing is, that's your business. Okay. Just make it simple. See, so many people try to choose businesses and things that is trending, but you're still not making money from it because it's not really something that you care about. Of course, it's going to be hard to sell something that you don't give a damn about. Duh. But if you make a business in something that you love, it becomes easy to show up and get it done. Okay? I can't make this up. Now, I'm going to give you guys 2 apps. Thank you, Donnie. You can send a super chat. I'm going to give you guys 2 apps, and these apps will change your entire life if you use them. Okay? So not only are you going to download it, but then you're going to close this app and you're going to use it. Okay? We got to execute. If you're ready for app number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Jasmine. If I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, go ahead and double tap the screen. TikTok #1, how to start an online business from scratch. I see you present. It takes 2 seconds to double tap the screen. YouTube, thumbs up the live. The more we interact with these lives, ladies, the more these lives get pushed to more people. Believe it or not, a lot of women have no clue that they're holding themselves back. They want to play the blame game. They want to sit in victimhood. We don't do that over here. You have more control over your life than you give yourself credit for. I don't do victim Olympics. No, you're not a victim. You are empowered. You can change anything if you actually try, if you actually execute, if you stop making excuses. Okay? So just like this live found you, let's allow it to find others. Also, TikTok, make sure y'all follow me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos and they turn around and make fake accounts. And then they're going to message you pretending to be me. Do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled on these TikTok streets, y'all, because they're coming for you. YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Okay. App #1 is Canva. You will be using Canva for everything. Okay. Now, TikTok family, a lot of y'all bounce from TikTok live to TikTok live. Y'all love these lives. And I know I'm not the first creator to tell you about Canva. So the question is, are you using it? Are you executing the things that you've learned? Or do you just like to sit around and watch all day? Oh, clock it. Clock it. If you haven't downloaded it yet, it's Monday. It's your favorite day to start new things. Go ahead and download it now. Canva. Maybe you do want to create content. Canva has thousands of Instagram Reel templates for you. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel. Canva has thousands of YouTube thumbnail templates for you. And for those of you guys who are unfamiliar with YouTube, YouTube thumbnails, ladies, are just those pictures that you see before you click on the actual video, okay? It's what draws people's attention to your videos in the first place. All of the creators, including myself, are getting our thumbnails off of Canva. And maybe you do want to create an ebook, which is what I'm going to teach you how to make this morning, but you just want it to look all professional. Fine. Canva has thousands of ebook templates on there, 1000% customizable, and it's easy. You just drag and drop. Okay. Now, before we even get into app #2, I do want to speak to the woman on this live who's holding on to fear. She knows who she is. Good morning. And if you're new here, fear stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you're ready to do. You let fear dictate your life. And you're saying things to yourself like, Jazz, girl, I would love to start an online business, but I'm not tech savvy. What if it's too late for me? What if I'm too old for this? Okay. Well, before you run away from your brilliant idea, your $1,000,000 idea, good morning. Listen to me very closely. The first thing I want you to understand is this. You woke up this morning. That's a blessing. That is a blessing. Every single day that you wake up means that you were blessed with another day, another opportunity to work on your goals. Good morning. Until you are 6 feet under, it is never too late. So use it. #2, you are very tech savvy. This is why I keep telling you, you never give yourself credit where credit is due. Because let's be real, most of you guys are on social media all day. You are liking, commenting, sharing, and archiving. That takes tech savviness. So you will use the same tech savviness that you already have and build your online business. And #3, for my ladies who do think they're too old for this, what did we just say? Some of y'all hard-headed. We said we were going to sell our knowledge. That's what we just said, right? Well, for those of you guys who are older, that means you have a lot of knowledge. Don't you have a lot of wisdom? Yes. So that means you have a lot of things that you could be selling. So get to selling. Okay? I don't want to hear it. If you're ready for app #2, go ahead and put a 2 in the chat. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Jasmine. We are building our online business from scratch. You guys can start double tapping the screen. I see you guys present. It takes 2 seconds. Listen, the more we interact with these lives, the more TikTok and YouTube will push these lives out to more people. And while I wait for somebody to put 2 in the chat, let me ask you, Listen, one thing I want you guys to understand is this. For those of you guys who struggle with posting content because you care about what people think of you, that's because you lack confidence in yourself. Confidence is who you think you are. The problem is, so many people do not think highly of themselves because they never follow through with the promises that they make to themselves. Every single day that you say, I'll start tomorrow, or I'll start later, or next year, you are slowly chipping away at your confidence. Because what you're basically doing is telling yourself you're not worthy of the thing. Well, how can you feel good about yourself if you're always telling yourself you're not worthy of something? If you truly want to become a confident woman, if you truly want to follow through with the things that you say you're going to do, if you truly want to have self respect and self love, you are going to have to start keeping the promises that you make to yourself. If you told yourself you were going to start a business, then, ma'am, start the daggone business. Just start. If you told yourself you were going to create content, then create it already. If you said to yourself you were going to lose weight, why have you not lost it yet? What are we doing? You have to start keeping the promises that you make to yourself if you want to feel better about who you are. Or just keep doing what you've been doing. No, don't listen to anything I'm talking about. Keep doing what you've been doing, breaking promises to yourself, and then just come back a year from now and let me know how it's going. You'll be in the exact same spot. Things do not change until you change. Don't you ever forget that. Okay? I can't make this up. App number 2 is ChatGPT. She said changed. Yes, absolutely. You have to change. We have to change. This is AI. You will be using AI for everything, okay? AI is going to make your life easy peasy. So maybe you do want to create the content. You're ready to get started, but you're just not too sure what kind of videos to make. Fine, ask ChatGPT. It'll tell you. Maybe you do want to start that YouTube channel that I tell you to start every day, but you're just a little camera shy. So you're not too sure what to say in the videos. Okay, cool. ChatGPT will script the entire video for you. So what's your excuse now? You don't have one. Hmm. Maybe you do want to create an ebook, which is what I'm going to teach you how to do this morning, but you're just not too sure what to put in the book. Fine. What if I told you ChatGPT will write the entire ebook for you from beginning to end in under 30 seconds? Ladies, for the umpteenth time, it has never been easier than today to start your online business. But the problem is you. It's you. It's your lack of confidence. It's your lack of discipline and consistency. It's your refusal to get off of these apps and actually execute the plan. We've got to fix this so that you can actually get it done this time. Okay. So I gave you Canva and I gave you ChatGPT. Now we're going to put it together and write it. If you're ready for prompt number 1, go ahead and put ready in the chat. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Jasmine. We're building our online business from scratch. If I say anything that's resonating with your spirit and vibrating with your soul, go ahead and start double tapping the screen. YouTube, thumbs up the live. YouTube, also the Patreon is available. Link is down in the description. Make sure you join. All right. You're going to open up the ChatGPT app. Here we go. Prompt number 1. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas. Good morning. I can sell that solves a problem. Y'all better be taking notes. Excuse me. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you've got that, go ahead and put got that in the chat. If you need for me to repeat it, this is the opportunity to ask. Closed mouths do not get fed. And remember, we're taking notes so that we can execute. Because if I know anything about you, you're human, which means you're going to forget. You always do. That's not going to change. So just write it down so that when you do forget, you can still refer back to your notes and get it done. Okay. Yes, exactly, mommy of 3. That is for ChatGPT. That is prompt number 1. Okay, y'all got that? Going once, going twice. All right, cool. You're going to hit enter. Now, before we move forward, I need you to write this word down. This says consistent. Go ahead and write it down. And then I need you to underline it. And then I need you to go ahead and circle it. Because starting right now, not tomorrow, right now, we are going to lock in on the true definition of the word consistent. Because believe it or not, a lot of you guys are extremely confused. So I'm going to go ahead and unconfuse you. Some of y'all, I'm about to get on that ass. Some of y'all think consistent means once in a while. Some of y'all think consistent means if you have time, if you're not too busy, if you feel like it. No, ma'am, absolutely not. Consistent means more often than not. So, if there are 7 days in a week, consistent means showing up for the business, the content, with the goal, whatever it is you're trying to achieve for yourself, 4 out of the 7 days. Whether you want to do 20 minutes a day, whether you want to do 10 hours a day, I don't care about the amount of time, but you will start showing up 4 out of the 7 days. That is the only way any of this is going to work. Ladies, let me tell you the truth. The truth is you have to be consistent. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you say you want to do the thing, then you have to consistently do it. Or I promise you, nothing we talk about this morning is going to apply to you. That is a promise. And don't you dare tell me that you don't have time to be consistent. That is a lie that you continue to tell yourself so you can feel good about the poor decisions that you make. You have all the time in the world. Because if you have time to scroll these apps, you have time to work on this. If you have time to catch up on your favorite TV shows, you have more than enough time to do this. This is why I keep telling you, you have to start making yourself a priority in your own life. You only get one, and you put everything and everyone before you. It's nonsense. Instead of scrolling for 4 hours, can you drop it down to 3.5? Can we get that? Is that asking for too much? And those other 30 minutes that you would have been scrolling, you could be doing this. You got to be consistent, ladies. You got to be consistent. Now, let's make consistency easy. Good morning, Becca, because life is hard enough, right? Life is lifing, stress is stressing, and then bills is piling up. So let's make consistency easy so we can actually get it done this time. So we can consistently be consistent. Listen, it is so much easier for you to be consistent when you do things that you actually like to do, okay? Because when things don't feel like work, now you have something in your day to actually look forward to. So what I want you to do is go through the list that ChatGPT gave you and only choose ideas that you have a passion for, okay? I want you to ask yourself, what is something I would love to talk about all day, every day, if I could get paid to do it? And whatever that thing is, that's your business. That's your business. This is why I keep telling you, a lot of y'all overcomplicate things. You make things harder than it needs to be, because what some of you guys have done is you've chosen business ideas and things that are trending. But if you're not consistent, it doesn't matter how trending something is. I promise you, you won't make $1 because you don't even show up for it. So save yourself the aggravation and just choose a business and something that you actually enjoy so that you can easily show up consistently for it. And if ChatGPT gave you ideas that you don't like, fine, just keep asking for new ideas until it gives you something you want to use. Okay? Good morning. She said, I like making fermented foods that heal gut, probiotics, and foraging. Well, then there you go. That's your business. That is the business. Okay? And you're going to run with it. One more thing before we move forward. This is critical. If you don't remember anything else I say to you, you better remember this. Write this down. Money flows where energy goes. Write that down. Money flows where energy goes. Money flows where energy goes. If you're anything like how I used to be, you are giving all of your energy away. You have literally become an energy vending machine. Yes, you have. because you keep giving your energy to any and everybody. And most of these people that you are giving all of your energy to are grown, able-bodied adults who can do for themselves. You are giving all of your energy to your friends. You are giving all of your energy to your job and your coworkers. You are giving all of your energy to your husband, your boyfriend, your sneaky link. You are giving all of your energy to your children. You are giving all of your energy to your aging parents. And by the time you sit down to work on something for yourself, you can't. You can't. Why? Because you gave all your energy away. That's why. And that is why you feel drained. That is why you feel frustrated. That is why you feel resentment. That is why you feel anxious. And that is why you feel depressed. Because you make the choice every single day to give all of your energy to everyone except yourself. Well, starting right now, we're going to cut all that out. And we are going to start being stingy with our energy. And we are going to start telling people no. It does not make you a bad wife because you want to work on a business. You can still be a good wife and you can still be a successful entrepreneur. I do it every day. It does not make you a bad parent because you want to work on something for yourself for once. You never do. It does not make you a bad friend because you don't want to sit there and listen to her trauma dump. I don't know who needs to hear this morning, but let me tell you what. You matter too, okay? Your happiness is important too. So, you are going to start telling people no. And no is a complete sentence. So you don't have to explain anything to anybody. No, I cannot keep loaning you money. That is money that I could be putting into my business. No, I cannot keep giving you rides. That is time that I could be spending on my business. No, I cannot sit here and listen to you talk about your problems. I have to fix my own. Tell her to go hire a damn counselor. You are not her counselor. Because when you start telling people no, you start saying yes to you. Money flows where energy goes. So when you start putting energy back into yourself, the money flows right on behind it. Don't you ever forget that. See, a lot of times we try to pour from empty cups. You're trying to pour into others, but your cup is empty as hell. It's been empty for years. You cannot effectively pour into others unless your cup is in overflow. Well, how do we get our cup in overflow? We start showing up for ourselves. We start making ourselves a priority in our own life. And then once you start doing that, then you can give to others without feeling drained because you put yourself first in your own life. Okay? Don't you ever forget it. Prompt number 2. So once you do choose the digital product idea you want to use, you will type this in the chat GPT. Here we go. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. I'm going to say it again. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Good morning. You're going to hit enter. If you've got that, put got that in the chat. If you need for me to repeat it, this is the opportunity to ask. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Jasmine. We're building our online business from scratch. If I'm saying anything this morning that's resonating with your spirit and vibrating with your soul, make sure you guys double tap the screen, like, comment, and share. TikTok, make sure you guys follow me so you don't lose me. YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe. Y'all got that? Going once, going twice. All right, I hope you got it. You're going to hit enter. Now, this is what I mean by it has never been easier than today to start your online business because ChatGPT literally wrote the ebook for you. It wrote it. The only thing you have to do now is copy and paste. You will literally copy what ChatGPT gave you and you will paste it into your Canva template. So open up your Canva app. In the search, you're going to type in ebooks, hit enter. It's going to give you thousands of templates. Just pick your most favorite one. They are all customizable, meaning you can swap out colors, fonts, and pictures. You will copy and paste. Now, for my ladies who do love to overthink, you know who you are. You overthink from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed every single day. I don't even know how you can function like that. It's got to be driving you crazy. I want you to write this down. This says KISS, Kiss. Good morning. This is an acronym that stands for Keep It Simple, Silly. Stop overcomplicating things. Keep it simple, silly. The only thing I need your ebook to be is clean, simple, and legible. As long as it's those three things, it is good enough. Clean, simple, legible. Once you have finished copying and pasting and you love the way it looks, you're going to download it as a PDF file. Download it as a PDF. Once you have downloaded it as a PDF, you're going to upload it to your hosting site. I hope y'all are taking notes. Here we go. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. These are some of the most popular hosting sites. Yes, there are plenty more out there, but these are some of the most popular ones. And your product only needs to be on one of these, not all five. If you've got all of that, go ahead and put got that in the chat. Let me know that you are here and present. Good morning, good morning. Now, while I wait for someone to put got that in the chat, let me tell y'all something that I've noticed about us women. And I used to be guilty of this too. This is how I know. Listen, notice how much we love our comfort zone. We love our comfort zone. We love it. And if you did not know, your comfort zone is just your daily routines and habits. It's what you do on a day-to-day basis. It's the people that you talk to. It's the environments that you frequent. It's the content that you watch. It's the distractions that you refuse to let go of. It's the excuses that you say every single day. It's the vices that you're addicted to. It's just your daily routines and habits. It's the path of least resistance. It's what's most familiar to you. But have you noticed that the results that we want in our life aren't in our comfort zone? The business that you claim you want so badly, it's not in your comfort zone. The financial freedom that you say you want so badly, it's not in your comfort zone. The confidence, the purpose that you want for your life, it's not in your comfort zone. How do I know? Because if it was, you wouldn't be here. You would not be scrolling social media all day. You would be out living your life. If the results that you truly wanted for your life were already found in your comfort zone, you would be living your best life. You wouldn't be distracting yourself with social media. But you do those things because what you're looking for isn't in your comfort zone. And notice that we've been living in our comfort zone for so long, we don't even recognize how comfortable we've gotten with being stressed. You have been stressed for so long, that has become your new normal. You can't even imagine a life where you wake up peacefully. You have been living in your comfort zone for so long, you have become comfortable with being insecure. No, it is not normal to care what people think of you. That is the result of you consistently giving up on yourself. You have become comfortable with being sad. Imagine a life where you are genuinely happy, where you have joy in your heart, all because you decided to take a half an inch out of your comfort zone. Ladies, you are going to have to leave your comfort zone. That comfort zone that you refuse to leave is draining you. It is keeping you broke. It is keeping you anxious and sad. And until you make the decision to take a half an inch out and do something just a little bit different every single day, you will continue to live the life that you've been living. Things do not change until you change. I don't know how many more times y'all have to hear that this morning. Instead of scrolling social media for 5 hours, drop it down to 4.5 and take those 30 minutes to do something just a little bit different. Just imagine how good you would feel about yourself if you stuck with it for 2 weeks. Just imagine what kind of results you would start to see if you stuck with it for 6 months. Just imagine what kind of life you could live if you showed up every day for yourself for a whole year. You would be unrecognizable, all because you decided to slowly but surely take a half an inch out of your comfort zone and do something a little bit different. You're going to have to change the people that you spend time with. Birds of a feather flock together. The apple does not fall too far from the tree. You are a reflection of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you want to elevate, a lot of people are going to get left behind. You can't bring them with you. They will only pull you back. You're going to have to visit new areas, be in new environments, go to different gyms, go to different grocery stores. You have got to change. You've got to get out of that comfort zone, ladies. The results that you're looking for aren't there. Like I said, if they were, you would have found them by now. You got to leave that comfort zone. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay? Okay. Now, let's get back to these hosting sites. I use Stan Store. I love Stan. Stan is great, but Stan Store is extremely expensive, okay? Stan Store is $99 a month. That is very, very high if your business is not making that yet, okay? If you are brand new to all of this, good morning, Stan Store is not for you, so go ahead and cross that out. Instead, I want you to use Gumroad, because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale. They charge you 10% for every sale. So until you make money, you don't have to spend it. That is a great place to start. Now, what I know about you is this. You're going to make money. How the hell do I know that? Because you're taking notes, you're asking questions, and most importantly, you promised that you were going to execute. So when you do start generating income, then transfer everything over to Stan Store later, because Stan Store has a lot of features that will help you expand your business, like Afterpay and Klarna. Ladies, let me tell you what's going on in the world of finance today, in case you didn't know. Buy now, pay later, taking over. Taken over. Buy now, pay later includes Afterpay, Klarna, Sezzle, Zip, Quad Pay, Affirm, PayPal. There's so many. Buy now, pay later. It is the new preferred payment option. Why do you think they put it on DoorDash? Because people are using it. And if you have a buy now, pay later option on your site, I promise you, you will make more. But for now, you will just start with what you have. You will start on Gumroad, you will build your business, and then you will transfer everything over to Stan Store later. Okay? So what we just did was we just made the ebook. We took Canva, we took ChatGPT, we put it together and we wrote it. We downloaded it, and then we uploaded it to our hosting site. Okay? Now, that process of copying and pasting and making that ebook, that process should not take you longer than 2 hours to do. Respectfully, it shouldn't take you longer than 1, but I'm going to give you grace and I'm going to give you 2. And just so we're clear, I don't care how old you are. On my live, age ain't nothing but a number over here. I don't give a damn. Because what you're not going to do is try to convince me that it takes you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words. No, it don't. And I know that you know how to copy and paste because you copy and paste the links to reels and send them in the group chats all day. So you know how to copy and paste. If it is taking you longer than 2 hours to get this done, then you and I have a serious issue that we need to fix right now, not tomorrow, right now. One of the issues that you might be experiencing, and I used to be guilty of this too, this is how I know. You want to be a perfectionist, right? Let me guess. Everything about you just must be perfect or it's not right. You are the woman who will waste 6 months of her life that she will never, ever, ever get back just to overthink your brilliant idea and second guess your greatness. And then when you do decide to finally get started, you're going to take things out, you're going to put things back, you're going to get irritated and frustrated and have all this OCD because it's still not perfect, and then give up on it again. Then you're going to let 3 more months go by that you never get back just to second guess yourself yet again. And then when you finally decide to reset and restart, this time what you're going to go do is you're going to go ask 20 people what they think you should do with your business. And the craziest thing about all of this is these people that you're asking, they're not even business owners. These aren't even people that you would trade lives with. But for some reason, you care so much about what people think of you. You want to know why? Because you're insecure. And then when they finally do give you their opinion, you listen. Next thing you know, a whole year has gone by and you ain't did shit but waste your precious, valuable time that you will never get back. She said, OMG, how do you know me so well? Oh, I know. I used to be the same way. Listen, I'm going to hold your hand very tightly when I say this to you. Just know I'm saying it out of love. Ma'am, you are not perfect at all. You are flawed. I am not perfect at all. I am flawed. Nobody is perfect. Everybody is flawed. We are all perfectly imperfect. See, what you really are is scary as hell. You're still living in fear. And on my life, fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you've been doing. You have been running away from your brilliant idea, your $1,000,000 idea for years because you're so fearful of looking stupid. You're so fearful of failing. You're so fearful of people talking about you. You're so fearful of sucking at something that you just started. And so you'll let all of this fear steal your dream life from you. Yes, it is stealing it because let's be clear, you know exactly what kind of life you want to live. You know what side of town you want to live on. You have prayed and prayed and prayed some more. You know exactly what kind of vacations you want to take with your family. And most importantly, you know exactly how much money you want to leave your children when you're no longer here. You know all the things. But every single day that you don't live like that is another day that you could have, but you made the choice to let fear steal it from you. You do that every day. And if you want to dig even deeper into why we hold on to all this fear, why we procrastinate, why we make excuses, why we try to be so daggone perfect, the truth is, it's because we are self sabotaging. That's what all this is, self-sabotage. You are doing this to yourself. You keep getting in your own way. That's why I keep telling you, it is you holding you back. No, it's not your spouse. No, it's not your circumstances. It is you. It is you. I need you to get this through your head. It is you. You are the common denominator in your own life. It is you. And the reason why we self sabotage is because we have fragile egos. And your ego is terrified of feeling disappointment if it doesn't work. If you put yourself out there, if you try something new, and if you don't get the results that you're looking for, you are terrified of feeling disappointment. So you will self sabotage to avoid it. You will self sabotage and tell yourself you're too busy. You're not too damn busy. Stop gaslighting yourself. That is a lie that you continue to tell yourself so you can feel good about the poor decisions that you make. Because let's be clear, if you were really too busy, you wouldn't have time to be on this live because you would be out being busy. You wouldn't have time to watch Netflix movies and Hulu all night. You're not too busy. You are self-sabotaging, because if you let go of that excuse, I'm too busy, well, then now you would actually have to do the thing that you've been avoiding doing. And if you put yourself out there, if you lock in, if you do it, if you try it, and if you don't get the results that you want, you're terrified of feeling disappointment. So you will hold on to the I'm too busy excuse. Self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. You will self-sabotage and you will hold on to toxic dynamics. You will continue to be in relationships that abuse you. You will continue to hold on to friendships that do not pour into you. And you will continue to remain close to family that is toxic. This is all self-sabotage, because your fear is, who would I be without these people in my life? You will make excuses and say that I can't leave my friend. We've been friends for 20 years. No, no, no. You might have been a friend to her. She was not a friend to you, because if she was, you wouldn't be feeling drained. You knew that this man was no good for you and you won't let him go. Your family disrespects you and you continue to keep yourself around them. This is all self-sabotage, because your fear is, well, who would I be without these people? I'm going to tell you exactly who you be. You want to know who you'll be? You will be a very confident woman, because you won't have people around you tearing you down. You will finally get to hold on to your resources, because you don't have people draining you and using you. But because you're so afraid to put yourself out there and try something new and not get the results that you're looking for, you will self-sabotage and hold on to people who you should have let go of years ago. This is all self-sabotage. But I am so confused. I'm confused as hell, because earlier you said you were tired of living paycheck to paycheck. That's what you said. You said you were tired of dragging yourself to a job that drains you, overworks you, and underpays you. That's what you said. You said that you were tired of giving up on yourself. You were tired of always starting and stopping. You were tired of being insecure. Well, every day that you live like that is another day that you're living in disappointment, because there's still things about your life that you're not 1000% happy with. I'm trying to help you fix it, but we cannot fix it if we do not change. How can we stop living paycheck to paycheck? How can we bring more money into the household if there's no products? How can customers buy your stuff if there's no stuff? They can't. They can't. How can you start to feel good about yourself if you keep breaking the promises that you make to yourself? You can't. You cannot. So, you are going to have to launch. And I need you to understand and understand that it'll never be perfect. You can spend 20 more years working on this ebook. Go right ahead. Spend 20 more years. And I promise you, it will still not be perfect. But here's the thing. The more you do something, the better it gets. I don't have to convince you. Look at the results in your own life. You did not always know how to walk, but now you walk just fine. Why? Because you did it over and over again. You did not always know how to read and write, but now you do those things just fine today. How? Because you did them over and over and over again. You didn't always know how to drive or do your job, but now you do those things just fine. How? Because you do them over and over again. The more content you create, the better your content will get. The longer you run your business, the better your business will get. The more products you release in the future, the better your products will get. But they will still never be perfect. All of our favorite businesses that we spend our hard-earned money on today have gotten better over the years. Look at Netflix. Believe it or not, Netflix did not always have a fancy Netflix app. Oh no. They weren't always doing comedy specials with Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle. No. They did not always have their own production companies creating movies and TV series that are now winning Emmys and Oscars today. And they damn sure did not always have wrestling on pay-per-view. Years ago, you used to have to go on their website, Netflix.com. You used to have to make a list of the movies you wanted to see. And these were not their originals. These were movies that were once in theaters. They would mail you a DVD off of the list, and you could watch that DVD as many times as you wanted. And when you were ready for the next movie, you had to mail that one back. They didn't wait until they had all the funding to afford the fanciest software. They launched with what they had. And the longer they the longer they ran their business, the more customers they acquired. The more customers they acquired, the more money they made. The more money they made, the more they were able to reinvest back into the business and make it even better. But it's still not perfect. We all still have complaints. My complaint is they keep raising the price, and I still can't find anything on there to watch. Netflix is $1 billion business. Not million. No. Billion. So if $1 billion business had a messy middle, I don't know why you and your ego thinks that you get to skip that part. But I'm going to bring it back to reality. You will have a messy middle too. And you will still launch regardless. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words is because you were distracted as fuck. I have already accepted the fact that I am not the life coach for most people. I have already accepted the fact that I am not the business coach for most people. Because believe it or not, most people are not really looking for solutions to their problems. I know that sounds crazy, but it's the cold, hard truth. Most people are just looking to pass time. Most people are just looking to complain and vent to whoever's willing to listen. But the minute you present them with the very solution to their problems, they disappear. Thank you, mommy. They disappear. They go ghost. Because they were never looking for solutions in the first place. I'm not here for that. No. Mm-mm. I am here to help the woman who truly wants to change her life. But in order to actually change, I have to make you uncomfortable. The truth should hurt. There's no growth in your comfort zone. The truth is, when you get home from work, you could work on your business and reaching your goals, keeping the promises that you made yourself so you can finally develop this self-confidence and self-respect and self-love, but you make the choice not to. You choose to sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about celebrities and their drama. When you do have time off from work, like the weekends, you could work on your business and reaching your goals, keeping the promises that you made to yourself so you can finally start to develop self-love and self-respect. But you make the choice not to. You choose to sit on the couch and binge watch Netflix and Hulu for hours. Late at night, when your children are asleep, you could work on your business and reaching your goals and keeping the promises that you made to yourself so you can finally start to feel good about who you are. But you choose not to. You choose to scroll social media all hours of the night, laughing at funny videos and sharing them back and forth in the group chats. And the reason why we have all these distractions in the first place, social media, binge watching movies, gambling, men love to play video games, all of these distractions that we have, this is escapism. That's what all this is. You are trying to escape. And the reason why you're trying to escape is because there are things about your life that you're not 1000% happy with. And instead of you just being a grown woman and fixing it, you make the choice to run from it. Now, let me ask you, how is that going? Just be honest. How is that going for you? You don't know? Okay. Well, ask yourself, how do you feel? Your body will tell you everything you need to know if you listen. When your alarm goes off in the morning, are you excited or are you dreading the day? On average, do you feel peaceful and happy? Or do you feel stressed out and sad? Because if what you're doing is not working, then that is confirmation that it's time to change. The definition of insanity, ladies, is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. So if what you're doing is not working, then change it. Just change it. Instead of trying to escape a life that you're not 1000% happy with, what if we just lock in and build a life that you never feel the need to escape from? Huh. Okay. So this is what you're going to do today, not tomorrow, not next Monday, not June 1st, not 2027. Today. Today, you are going to turn the TV off. You've already watched all the shows. You're going to put your phone on do not disturb. No more scrolling for you. Tell your friends you will talk to them later. You are building your dream life. You are going to sit down at home. No, you don't need to go to Starbucks because you find a way to get distracted there. You're going to start your ebook and then you're going to finish it. Not start, stop, come back next week. No, because you don't come back. You're going to start it and then you're going to finish it. 2 hours is all you need. If we are crystal clear on all of those instructions, go ahead and put clear in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Jasmine. I'm so glad to have you. If I'm saying anything that's resonating with your spirit and vibrating with your soul, make sure you guys are double tapping the screen. We are talking about building our online business, okay? Also, you guys make sure you follow me. YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe. Now, I do want to speak to the woman on this live who's holding on to fear. She knows who she is. She quiet. And in case you're new here, fear stands for fuck everything and run. And she's saying things to herself like, Jazz, I'm so glad I found you. I needed to hear this. I really do want to start my online business. But I don't know what I just walked into. You want me to create my own digital product? You want me to be consistent? You want me to let go of my distractions? Oh, Jazz, I don't know. I want to, but that just sounds really hard. And I just don't know if I can. Okay. Well, before you run away from your $1 million idea, from your brilliant idea, just listen. The very first thing I want you to understand is this. I don't have the power to convince you of anything. So I'm not even going to try. If you want to believe that showing up consistently and working on your goal is hard, then you're right. Your feelings are valid. It's hard. If you want to believe that having ChatGPT write your ebook for you is hard, then fine, you're right. It's hard. It's hard. If you want to believe that letting go of your distractions and locking in to your dream life is hard, then okay, you're right. It's hard. But I do want to remind you that the life you're currently living is hard. Living paycheck to paycheck, robbing Patrice to pay Paula, making payment arrangement after payment arrangement after payment arrangement, and still not knowing if you're going to have the money on that date is hard. That is hard. crying every day because you are so stressed, because you are so sad right now, is hard. That is hard. Knowing deep down in your soul that there is something better for you, you can feel it, but you're not living it, is hard. And you live like that every day. And see, that's what fear will do. That right there. And you let it. See, fear will convince you that you can't do any of the things that we've talked about so far this morning, but look at what you're already doing that's 10 times harder than that. And this is why I keep stressing the importance of building our confidence. This is why I keep telling you that every time you break a promise that you make to yourself, you are destroying your confidence, because now you don't even believe that you're worthy of the things. Because time and time and time again, you keep telling yourself you'll do something later and you don't. And you're chipping away at your confidence to where you no longer have any. And so now you're sitting here believing that you can't do this. But look at what you already do. This is the result of all of your broken promises: self-doubt. This is the result of all of your excuses: self-doubt. And you keep doing it. If you told yourself that you were going to create content, then create it. If you told yourself that you were going to start a business, then start it. If you told yourself you were going to sell your products, then sell them. If you told yourself you were going to lose weight, then lose it. If you told yourself you were going to cut off these toxic people, then cut them off. Because every time you break promises to yourself, you are slowly chipping away at your confidence. And now you don't even believe you can do this because you keep breaking promises. Be honest. When was the last time you told yourself that you were proud of you? When was the last time you told yourself how amazing you are? When was the last time you told yourself that everything you touch turns to gold? Some of y'all don't even know because you don't even talk to yourself like that. And that's the problem. You never want to give yourself credit where credit is due. Listen, we have all had tough times in life. No one's life is perfect. We've all gone through some extremely challenging times in life. And in those moments, we had no clue how we were going to overcome what we were going through. We were down on our knees begging God to see us through. And He did. We got through it because we're still here today. So I don't have to convince you. You've proven this to yourself. You are a very strong woman. You are a very resilient woman. Because if you were not strong, if you were not resilient, you wouldn't have gotten through what you've gotten through, and you wouldn't be here this morning. But you did, because you are strong and because you are resilient. And even though you have already proven to yourself how strong and resilient you are, you still don't think you can do this. Look at all of the things that you've overcome, and you're going to sit here and doubt your ability to put in a ChatGPT prompt and copy and paste some words. Are we serious right now? That's what we're going to do this morning? Really? 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 Look at everything you've gone through, and you're going to doubt your ability to take 20 minutes out your day and show up and lock in? Are we serious right now? Really, ladies? That's what we're doing today? Really? Wow. Okay. Look, I don't have to convince you. You can see this for yourself. There are people on these apps who are living more difficult lives than you right now. And they are still showing up and getting it done. There are women on these apps who have more children than you, and they are still showing up, getting it done. I saw a woman on TikTok, she had 13 kids. 13 kids! And no one's helping her. And she's still selling her products. 13 kids! There are people on these apps who are living their worst times right now. They got laid off. They got evicted. They got foreclosed on. And despite the weight of the world on their back right now, they are still showing up, getting it done. So if they can do it, why can't you? Oh, well, you want to know why? The truth is because they decided to let go of fear. And you choose not to. It's not because they're smarter than you. No. It's not because they're more talented than you. No. It's not because they're better than you. No. It's only because they chose to let go of fear and you choose to hold on to it. That's the only difference. Listen, my online business changed my entire life. I have been doing this full time now for 6 years. Started during COVID. For the first time in my life, I have peace. For the first time in my life, I have purpose. For the first time in my life, I have financial freedom. For the first time in my life, I have confidence. But before all of this, before COVID, absolutely not. I used to live a completely different life. I used to be miserable. I used to be depressed, anxious. I had a 9 to 5 that I absolutely hated. I used to be 100 pounds overweight, insecure as hell. And to top it all off, I used to be an alcoholic. See, I had bought into the American dream blueprint bullshit that they sell all of us. But I bought in back in high school. Society told me that all I had to do was go to college and get a degree. And that when I graduated, I'd be able to find a good job with benefits and stability. That's what society said. And that I would make more than enough money a year to travel a few times, see the world. I'd be able to contribute extra to my 401k so that when I do get too old to work, then I can retire with dignity and live out the rest of my older years in peace. That's what they said. So I believed them. So when I turned 18, when I graduated high school, I went off to college. My mom told me to go. All of my friends went. So I went and I did the whole dorm room experience, stayed 2 hours away from home, graduated 4 years later, got my bachelor's degree. That degree cost me $40,000. So I'm already starting life in the negatives. Moved back home like most college graduates do and started looking for a job. 6 months later, got my first full-time job. Oh, I was so excited. I was 23 years old and they're about to be giving me PTO. I never had PTO. You mean to tell me they're going to pay me to not be at work? Wow, that's a come up. And they were giving me health insurance and they were about to pay me $60,000 a year. That's more money than I had ever made at 23. I thought I was about to be rich. I didn't have any kids. I was like, hell yeah, let's go. So she said, talk about it, period. Moved out of my mom's house. I was sick of her rules. I was ready to do my own thing. Went out and got my own place. Didn't stop there. Nope. See, I do what most Americans do. I went out and got me a car payment. See, I already had a car. and my car was paid off. It was a high school graduation present. I had the title in hand. It got me from point A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. But the problem is that car was old. It didn't have leather seats. No. It didn't have push to start. It didn't have a tablet on the dash. I had to upgrade to match my new upgraded life, right? Duh. So I decided to go out and get me a brand new Dodge Charger. Couldn't tell me shit. Now, my mom and my grandma told me not to buy that car, but me being 23, I'm like, what do they know? They're old. I'm going to do it. I did it. And we all know with expensive cars comes expensive car insurance. That car payment was $400 a month. By the time I paid all of my bills, your girl was broke. There were no vacations. Couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford to max out my 401k. I could barely afford to eat. I was broke. I had another problem. I had to start paying back them student loans. See, at 23, I didn't think the government was serious about getting their money back for some student loans because everybody has student loans, right? It's the American way. Girl, the government is not playing with you when it comes to those student loans. They will give you 6 months after you graduate to get on your feet. They will not call you. They won't send letters. They want you to focus on getting a job. But best believe when that 6-month mark hits, they are sending letters to the house because they want to see your tax returns because they're going to tell you how much you can afford. So since they saw on my tax returns that I made $60,000 a year, I didn't have any dependents and no children, they said, oh, good. Well, then you should have no problem paying us $400 a month. I'm like, what? $400? Yep. And it's not up for negotiation. That's the price. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400 a month. Every single month that I did not pay those student loans, which was every month because I really couldn't afford it, I got 11 missed payments on my credit. In the course of 1 year, I racked up 121 missed payments. My credit score dropped. 520. So there goes my American dreams of home ownership. Because who's going to give me a mortgage loan with a 520 credit score? Nobody. Not till I fix that. So I'm broke. I have really bad credit. And I have one last problem to top it all off. I hated my job. See, nowhere in that American dream blueprint did they tell me I would be miserable at my 9 to 5. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I grew up extremely sheltered, okay? In my early 20s, I was naive as hell. I believed anything anyone told me because my mindset back then was, well, why would you lie? See, I went into the interview. My supervisor told me that even though the department was all women, and even though I was going to be the youngest one there, they all got along. There was no drama, there was no cattiness, and they were one big old happy work family. And I believe that was true. I learned in corporate America, people are fake. And don't you ever get confused. But you got to watch them because they're slick with it. They don't just tell you that they don't like you. They hide. See, they'll kiki and caca with you in the break room, but don't get confused. That is not your friend, and they don't like you. They will even hang out with you off the clock. So they're not even getting paid to be around you. But they still want to go out with you to happy hour. They'll still invite you to their house. They'll invite you to their weddings and their baby showers. But don't you dare get confused. That is not your friend. And they don't like you. It's weird. They will even spend their hard-earned money on you. So when it's your birthday, they'll all come together and contribute to buying you a gift. But they don't like you. I don't know. For the holidays, we'll still do Thanksgiving potluck. So we all bring a dish and then we sit in the break room, but we don't like each other. And all you have to do is piss off the right one. And they will make sure that every single day you work in that department, you are miserable. I made the mistake of making friends with a woman who was 31 years old. I was 23, and we used to do everything together. She told me time and time again that I was like the little sister she never had, and my naive ass believed her. And I'm like, oh my God, you're like the big sister I never had. So I was telling her all my business and telling her all the things that I didn't like about our supervisor because I thought she was my older sister. One day we both decided to put in to be promoted in this job, and she decided to tell my supervisor all of the things that I told her that I didn't like about our supervisor. And as a result, my supervisor made sure that every single day I worked in that department that I would be miserable. Now, I take full accountability. I know better. I should have shut up. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands, of applications trying to find a new job. But nobody was calling me back. I couldn't even get an interview. So I'm broke. I have really bad credit. And I hate my job. For the first time in my life, at 23 years old, I felt trapped. If you've never experienced what it feels like to feel trapped, then consider yourself blessed. You are truly blessed. But I wouldn't wish that feeling of trapped on my worst enemy. Let me give you some context. See, trap feels like no matter what you do, your life's not going to get no better. That's how trap feels. See, you can try to be positive and optimistic all you want, but it feels like nothing but negative ass shit from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed every single day. That's how trap feels. You can try to work some overtime or get a part-time job so you can catch up on some bills. But just when you start to have a little bit of a savings account, something always comes up and slaps you in the face. Now your car won't start. Now you got to dish out money for that. It's always something. You can try to pray about it, but it begins to feel like God is ignoring you because you wake up with the same problems every single day. That's how trap feels. And I lived like that for 6 years. I used to sit in my car and cry before I even clocked in. I started to bring that job home with me. You know what that means? So what that means is you've clocked out. You should be at home and in peace, but you can't be in peace at home because you're replaying all of the toxic things that they said and did to you in the office. These people have stolen your peace. They are living in your head rent-free. I became so stressed out about bills, I couldn't sleep anymore. I started to have anxiety. I started to be paranoid at the job. I was thinking they were trying to set me up to fire me. And to cope with all that anxiety and that depression and that stress, I started drinking. First, it was just a few drinks a week to calm my nerves, but it quickly spiraled out of control. I became an alcoholic. And the only reason why I'm telling you any of this is because if any of my story is resonating with you, you are already doing something hard. Crying every day because you are so unhappy is hard. Dragging yourself to a job that drains you every day is hard. And see, the reason why I was so depressed back then, thank you, is because I had nothing in my life to look forward to. Back then, I didn't have any hobbies and I didn't have any interests. So my life began to feel like it was on repeat. Get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, cry, drink, sleep, repeat. Week after week, month after month, and year after year. For the longest time, I thought there was something wrong with me for being depressed about my life. failing to realize that is depressing, and anyone would be depressed. But see, now I get to wake up every day doing what I love to do. And that's the beauty of online business, ladies, is you can monetize anything. No, your idea is not stupid. No, your idea is not far-fetched. I don't have to convince you. How many times a day do you scroll on your feed and see the darndest things, and you're sitting there scratching your head trying to figure out how the hell are they getting paid to do this? I know I can do a better job. I know that I'm smarter than them. Well, you want to know how? The truth is, the only reason why is because they let go of fear, and you still make the choice to hold on to it. That is the only difference. And I want to say one more thing before we move forward, because I need to make sure you hear me loud and clear. I hope you realize that if you work 40 hours a week or more, you spend more time at work with people you don't even like than you do with your family that loves you. I literally used to work 9 to 5. So what should have only taken me a 20-minute drive into the city was over an hour because I'm stuck in rush hour traffic. So an hour to work, an hour back. That's 2 hours in the car. That's 8 hours at work, 1 hour lunch break. That is 11 hours out of my day gone. I'll never get it back. You only get a few hours to spend with your spouse and your children before you have to put everyone to bed just to repeat the cycle again the next day. And let's be clear, your loved ones, they don't get to experience the peaceful version of you because you're not peaceful. They don't get to experience the stress-free version of you because you're stressed. You know what they get? They get the anxious version of you. They get to experience the depressed version of you. That's not fair. You put everyone to bed just to repeat the cycle again the next day. Just look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what the hell are you even looking forward to? Because Friday you still worked. So they still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day you get to do what you love. But Sunday, not so much. No. Because why? You have to prepare for the work week, remember? So you got to cook, you got to clean, you got to go to the grocery store, you got to do laundry, and then you have to mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk come Monday. Ladies, that is not living. That is surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but I do know this. The God that I serve, he loves me. And he loves me a lot. And let me ask you, if he loves me so much, why would he put me on this earth to be hating the very life that he blessed me with? He didn't. That's not why he put me here. He put me here for a very special reason. And then he allowed me the opportunity to find it. And online business, social media, allowed me the opportunity to monetize it. He put you here for a very special reason, too. There is something very, very, very special about you, too. But the problem is, life just has a tendency to life. And somewhere on our journey of life, we lose our light. It'll get dim, and then it gets dark. Maybe it was toxic family. Maybe it was toxic friends. Maybe it was a toxic relationship. For me, it was a toxic job, but something stole your light. And now you're here not believing that you can do any of this. But I'm here to tell you that's not true. You can do this. If you even thought the thought, that's because you can. See, I believe God is within us, and He talks to us all day long if you listen. And if something inside of you told you to start this, post this, launch this, that's because you can. Those ideas come from God. God would never plant seeds in an environment that cannot harvest them. If it was truly something that you couldn't do, if it was truly something that you were not capable of, it would have never crossed your mind. But it did, because you can. You can. But the only way to actually get it done, you are going to have to let go of fear. You are going to have to decide to take a half an inch out of your comfort zone and just do something a little bit different every single day to slowly but surely get you to the results that you want. Because if you don't, it'll never happen. You can do this, but you have to let go of fear. Gotta let go of fear. One of the things that I've noticed about people today is we have become extremely, extremely entitled. The entitlement level is at an all-time high. And unfortunately, so many people have been living in entitlement for so long that they don't even recognize how entitled they've become. And see, a lot of people have become entitled to time. And so what they've done is they've convinced themselves that if they don't start today, they are entitled to tomorrow. And if they don't start tomorrow, they are entitled to next month. And if they don't start next month, they are entitled to next year. And they really believe that. But my question is, how do you know that you'll always have tomorrow? How do you know that? Because see, the last time I checked, tomorrow isn't guaranteed. So how do you know that you can always start tomorrow? You don't know that. You don't know that. The uncomfortable truth is, you don't know how much time you have. Time is our most precious, valuable asset. It's the most valuable thing you have. And instead of you living every day that you are blessed with to the fullest, doing the things that make you happy, locking in on the goals that you have for yourself, surrounding yourself with people who love you, not people who disrespect you, living in your purpose, building your confidence, and pouring into you, instead of you spending the time that you are blessed with doing that, you choose to waste your precious, valuable time. You waste it on people who disrespect you. You waste it on social media. You waste it on all of your distractions and your vices. That's what you choose to do with your precious, valuable time. That is going to have to change. You are going to have to become more intentional with the time that you are blessed with. I need you to ask yourself, anytime you do something, is this pouring into me or is this taking from me? Because if it is taking from me, then why do you choose to do it? Why do you choose to waste your precious, valuable time on things that do not benefit you? That has to change. You need to start moving like you respect your time because you don't have an unlimited supply. That is the uncomfortable truth. And I don't have to convince you as to how quickly time is moving because you can see it for yourself. Just be honest. How many times a day do you look at the clock and say, wow, I cannot believe it is 7:38 in the morning. Wow, I cannot believe it is the middle of May 2026. Wow, I cannot believe I am 35 years old. Or insert your age there. If you are anything like me, you do that every day. And even though you see for yourself how quickly time is moving, you still make the choice to waste your precious, valuable time. That's got to change. Time is your most precious, valuable asset. See, some of y'all don't want to believe that. Some of y'all think it's money. And I used to think it was money too. Some of y'all really think that money is your most precious, valuable asset. No, it's not. It is not money. You could lose money tomorrow. Yeah, it would suck. Of course, you'd be pissed off. But guess what? You can go make more. Might take you a few hours, sure. But you can still go make more. But when you lose your time, you don't get a second of it back. It is gone forever. And the only thing you're left with is regret. You're left with resentment, shame, guilt. Those are heavy emotions to carry with you every single day. Those emotions will destroy you. And instead of you just forgiving yourself for the time that you did lose and just letting it go, you continue to hold on to the very emotions that will weigh you down. You've got to stop wasting your time. See, I'm going to assume that you want to be the version of yourself that shows up confidently, who follows through with the things that she promises herself she's going to do, who has developed discipline and consistency and is living life on her terms, who's only surrounding herself with people who pour into her, not people who drain her. I'm going to assume that you want to be the version of yourself that's running your business. You're making your money, you're making your sales, and you feel good about who you are. I'm going to assume that you want to have boundaries and standards for your life and that you know how to cut people off without feeling guilty and that you know how to put yourself first. But in order to become that version of you, you're going to have to change because the woman you are today doesn't align with that. And see, you can become that version I just described because it's already within you. You are more than capable of becoming that version. But in order to be that version of you, you are going to have to change because that version of you is buried under fear. That version of you is buried under excuses and the procrastination and the distractions that you refuse to let go of. And until you change those things, I promise you, you will never be that version. There are things about you that have to change because who you are today does not align. Things do not change until you change. Don't you ever forget. You cannot change other people, but you can always change you. You have to change. because you keep holding yourself back. One of the toughest reality pills that I had to swallow on my own journey, and this is tough, this is going to hurt your fragile ego. Your life and the direction that it's going in, whether it's going great or not so great, is a direct reflection of the choices that you make. I told you guys I used to be 100 pounds overweight. Well, my obesity was a direct reflection of the foods that I chose to eat. My obesity was a direct reflection of the exercises that I chose not to do. And as a result, I got all of the things that came with being obese: high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high cholesterol. I did that to myself. Those were the choices I made. Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices that you make. For the longest time, I thought the reason why I was living paycheck to paycheck when I had that 9 to 5 was just because I didn't make enough money. And if I just made more money, then that problem would go away. Nope. See, the truth is, I did it to myself because I chose to live above my means. I chose to buy cars that I couldn't afford. I chose to stay in apartments that I couldn't afford. And as a result, I got all of the stress that came right along with those poor financial decisions. That was my fault. I did that to myself. Now, some of y'all might be sitting here saying, Jazz, I hear you. People do live above their means, but that's not why I'm struggling financially. How is it my fault that I'm struggling in this economy? How can I get ahead when food prices and gas prices and rent prices are as high as they are? Okay. Your finances, your life is a direct reflection of the choices that you make. And I'm going to tell you why. Ladies, let's be real. Times have been hard. True or false? Well, this didn't happen last night. Food prices, gas prices, and rent prices have been on the rise for years. This isn't new. You could have launched your ebook 6 months ago. Because let's be real, most of you guys are on social media all day. So I didn't teach you what an ebook was. You already knew. You might not have had the ChatGPT prompts that I gave you, but you did have ChatGPT prompts because you are on social media all day. So you had all of the knowledge that you needed to start your ebook. You choose not to. If you had launched that ebook 6 months ago, you would be making sales today. That's a choice. You could have launched a YouTube channel 6 months ago. You guys already knew that YouTube pays people to post videos. You knew that because you watch countless YouTube videos on how to monetize a YouTube channel. But you still choose not to. You choose to scroll. You choose to vent. You choose to throw pity parties for yourself. You choose to talk about what's not fair and what's not going to work for you. You choose to procrastinate. You choose to distract. You choose to do all of the things that the one thing that'll change your entire life forever, which is start. You refuse to start. And until you change that, I promise you, nothing for you is going to change. That is why I made the keyword of this live execution, because so many of you guys refuse to do that. And until you change that, until you execute, nothing for you that we talked about on this live is going to happen. I promise you, because you refuse to execute. See, your comfort zone is watching. That's what you love to do. That's your safe space. You will watch TikTok lives all day and waste more of your precious time. You will bounce from YouTube video to YouTube video to waste more of your precious time because your comfort zone is watching. It amazes me how many people would rather watch about the thing. You will journal about the thing. You will talk to other people about the thing. You will ask ChatGPT questions about the thing. You will pray about the thing. You will create vision boards about the thing. You will manifest about the thing, but you won't just do the thing. Because doing the thing for you requires you to take a half an inch out of your comfort zone and do something a little bit different. And until you do that, it's not going to happen. You do not get a business by watching people talk about business. You do not become a content creator by watching people talk about content. You do not lose weight by watching people talk about weight loss. In order to get the results that you want, that's going to require you to close these apps. That's why I keep telling you, get off of TikTok. Get off of YouTube. Get off of Instagram. Stop scrolling. You have scrolled enough. You've been scrolling for years, wasting your precious, valuable time. And some of you guys believe that because you're watching something, you're doing something. No, the only thing you're doing is wasting your precious, valuable time. That's what you're doing. And that is a choice that you make every day. There is a whole life to live, but you would rather scroll. You guys, I host my lives. I make my videos and I post my content. And then I get off of these apps and I go live my life. I spend my time with the people who love me, the people who celebrate me, not tolerate me. I'm not scrolling. There's nothing to see. I've already watched the tutorials. Now you just have to do. You have to get out of your comfort zone. And you refuse to. You won't do it. But yet you think that things are going to change for you. Nothing changes until you change. You have to make the conscious decision to change. If you don't believe me, then don't change anything. And just come back a year from now and let me know how it's going. Nothing will have changed. The only thing that will have changed is you got 1 year older. You have to change. And sure, maybe change is hard. Maybe you're right. Okay. Well, the life that you're currently living is hard. Crying every day because you are so unhappy is hard. I've been there. I've done that. Trust me. I know. Dragging yourself to a job that drains you every day is hard. Trust me. I've been there. I know. Knowing deep down in your soul that there is something better for you, you can feel it, but you're not living it, is hard. I've been there. I've done it. I know. I've lived both hearts, and I will always choose this one because at least this hard comes with peace. You can't even put a price tag on that. This hard comes with purpose, being able to wake up every day doing what you love. This hard comes with freedom, being able to do what you want, when you want, and how you want to do it. This hard comes with confidence, following through with the promises that you made to yourself and feeling good about who you are. This hard comes with the income that you need to live the life that you want. I keep telling you, you can do anything that you put your mind to. If you even thought the thought, that's because you can. God is within you. He's the one giving us those thoughts. And if you listen, you can hear him. If something inside of you told you to post this, try this, launch this, start this, that's because you can. If it was truly, truly something that you couldn't do and that was out of reach for you, it would have never crossed your mind. God does not plant seeds in environments that cannot harvest them. He would have never gave you the idea. But he gave it to you because you can do it. But in order to actually get it done, you've got to let go of fear. And you have to decide to take a half an inch out of your comfort zone and get it done. Instead of wasting 4 hours a day on nothing, waste 3.5. And then take those other 30 minutes and lock in on the thing that you said you want. Do that every day and see how much your life changes. All because you decided to change. For those of you guys who want to change, I want to help you. But I can only help people who want it. I cannot help people who don't. If you are 1000% happy with your life and the direction that it's going in, then fine, keep doing what you're doing. If you like it, I love it. If it's not broke, then don't fix it. But if you're not 1000% happy with the way things are going and you want to change it, then I want to help you. Inside Glowup Academy, I'm going to teach you how to start your online business from scratch. Everything that you need is inside of Glowup Academy. Maybe you want to promote your products on TikTok Live. How I do, how my students do, how thousands of other creators do. Fine, I'll teach you. It's all inside Glowup Academy. Maybe you want to launch your ebook, or maybe you want to do an e-course or a private community. Fine, we'll build it together. It's inside of Glowup Academy. Maybe you want to monetize your platforms, meaning you want to get paid to actually post a video. Fine, I'll teach you. All of my platforms are monetized. It's inside of Glowup Academy. Everything that you need to be successful with your online business is inside of Glowup Academy. But not only am I going to teach you how to build your online business, most importantly, I'm going to teach you how to build you. Inside of Glowup Academy, you and I are going to build your consistency every single day together. Inside of Glowup Academy, you and I are going to build your discipline together every single day. Inside of Glowup Academy, you and I are going to build your confidence together every single day. Inside Glowup Academy, you and I are going to start making you a priority in your own life. Yes, we do all have 24 hours. That is true. But we do not all have the same responsibilities. Together, you and I are going to figure out what works best for you so that you can still be that good mother, so that you can still be that good wife, so that you can still be that good employee. And whatever time is left, that is when we will lock into your business so we can build your dreams. Glowup Academy is the space where not only do you start, but you actually become the woman who starts and follows through. Before I let you join, a couple of things. Number one, I only let 10 people join at a time because, believe it or not, we don't all have the same path. See, some people have a product but no audience. Some people have an audience but no product. Some people have a million ideas, but we gotta lock into one. I told y'all earlier, money flows where energy goes. Some of y'all's biggest problem is you're spreading yourself way too thin. I see time and time again people trying to start 10 businesses. It's never gonna work. Together, you and I are gonna pick your one most favorite, and you are gonna build that one. And then once that business is actually making money, then we'll reach back into the pile and pull out another idea and start building that. Some of you guys have no clue what you want to do, and no worries, we'll figure it out together. And some of you guys don't want to start a business right now or ever. There are other things you want to work on. You want to work on building your confidence. You want to work on prioritizing yourself. Maybe you want to heal from toxic relationships. Whatever it is, I can help you. I have just noticed for myself, having more than 10 people join at one time overwhelms me. And I want to be able to make sure that I'm able to sit down with you and really work with you so we can create a plan specifically for you. Okay, so that's why I cap it at 10. Something else, I am going to set a timer for 10 minutes because I told you guys I'm only interested in helping people who want it. I cannot force you, I cannot convince you. The woman who wants it, she moves. Okay? So when the timer starts, just move. A lot of you guys overthink everything and it never gets you anywhere. Deep down inside, you know I can help you. That's why you're still here. So don't overthink, because once that timer goes off, we're done and that's it. Okay? Glowup Academy is lifetime access. So once you're inside, you are inside forever. You and I are locked in forever. You will always have access to all of the information that's in there, plus what I update, because things do change, like these platforms and these algorithms, okay? So I'm consistently updating stuff. You will also always have access to our live coaching calls. We go live inside of there. You'll have access to join, ask questions, get feedback, all of the things. You will also always have access to my inbox. I respond to all of my students. I want you asking questions, asking for feedback, and I'm always checking in with you to make sure that you're doing the things. I am your life coach. I'm going to hold you accountable. Because Glowup Academy lifetime access is lifetime access, it's $5.97. It is worth every penny. People join at $5.97 every day. However, because you guys were here, you were present, you asked questions, you took notes, and most importantly, you promised you were going to execute. I'm going to take the price down, okay? And the price will stay down for 10 minutes. You could use Afterpay or Klarna to break it up so you can still get in while the price is lower. However, once that timer goes off, it will be set back to $5.97. So again, do not overthink, just move. Okay? For those of you guys who have never been inside of the Skool platform, I do want to show you this real quick before you join. There is an inbox icon right up here, okay? As soon as I get off of this live, so in about 10 minutes, I'm going to be sending you a message, okay? Because I want to know more about you, and then plus I want us to set up our one-on-one Zoom time, okay? Please make sure you respond to my message. I know some of you guys are at work or you have things to do with your family, but you were trying to rush and get in before the price went back up. Fair enough. But before you go to bed tonight, I need you to promise me that you're going to respond to my message, because the quicker you respond, the quicker we can get started. Too much time has already been wasted. It's time to execute, okay? So please make sure you check your inbox. You'll see a red 1 next to it because I sent you a message. And I also need you to be checking, because I'm always checking in with you to see how things are going, okay? So please respond to my message, all right? I'm going to show you TikTok how to join first, and then I'll show YouTube. YouTube, y'all hang tight for a few seconds. Y'all instructions are a little bit different. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, I am on 2 TikToks, by the way. I'm on 2 TikTok lives. TikTok, you're going to click on my profile picture up at the top. You're going to come to my profile. Now, the TikTok that says tired of your own BS, you guys are on my backup account. So my profile does not look like this, but the link is still the same. Okay. When you get to my profile, you're going to click where it says stand.store. And here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. The price has been marked down from $5.97 to $3.49, and it'll stay $3.49 for the next 10 minutes. Okay. Scroll down. Feel free to read my reviews. I don't mind. Enter your name and quadruple check your email address. You guys, this is extremely important. The email address that you put in is where everything's going. Sometimes the autocorrect gets you. Sometimes you may accidentally misspell Gmail. Please quadruple check that, okay, before you move forward. You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break it up. And then you're going to click this blue button right here that says Start My Glow Up. Within 30 seconds tops, you'll be receiving your very first email from Stan. That's just the order confirmation email. The second email that she'll be receiving comes immediately after. It's going to say, Jasmine Spencer invited you to join Glowup Academy. That is me. I am Jasmine Spencer. Okay. When you open that email, you will see a yellow button that says join now. I want you to click it. And then I want you to come back to this live and confirm to me that you see everything inside of Glowup Academy. If you did not receive the email, that's because there was a spelling mistake with your email. But no worries, we will fix it right here on this live, and I'll get you exactly where you need to be. Okay, so that's why I need you to come back and let me know you got in. Also, sometimes the email shows up in the promotional tab. I've had a few students that said it showed up in the spam folder. So please check those places too before you let me know whether or not you got it or not, okay? YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, your instructions are a tad bit different. You're going to leave the live. You're going to come to my YouTube channel and then click where it says stand.store. And then here we are, same thing. Become the woman who actually follows through. Scroll down, it's marked on the $3.49. Enter your name, quadruple check your email address. You can use Afterpay or Klarna, and then click this blue button, Start My Glow Up. Okay? All right. I'm going to go ahead and set our timer now. And Ashley, I see you just joined. Give me 1 second so I can send you that second email. Okay. You guys, please, 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 I am begging you, do not leave my live until you let me know you received your email, because I don't know what your email is supposed to be to know whether or not it was misspelled or not. I beg you, literally, do not disappear on me until you confirm that you are fully inside and you see everything. Okay. All right. Ashley, I'm not sure which live you're on. Check your inbox for me for that second email. And Molly, check your email for me and confirm that you received that second email. Ashley and Molly, I'm waiting for you guys. All right, while I wait for them, we have a few more minutes left. Let's knock out some of our affirmations for the morning. Let me get my cards together. Okay, let's do some new ones. All right, here we go. I trust myself and my abilities to succeed. I trust myself and my abilities to succeed. If you don't trust yourself, if you lack self-trust, that is because you consistently break the promises that you make to yourself. I want you to look at it like this. Imagine you met a man. Maybe you met him at the gym, grocery store, whatever, and he checks off all the boxes. He's all that in a bag of chips, right? He is your type times 10. And over time of talking to him, he promises you he's going to call you at this time, but he doesn't. He promises you he's going to take you somewhere, and he doesn't. And you just notice the things that he's saying, his words just aren't matching his actions. Well, women's intuition is going to kick in, and you're going to realize, I can't really trust this man. He's full of shit. Well, what do you think happens when you break promises to you? You lose self-trust. It's the same thing. So in order to fix that, you're going to have to start showing up for yourself and keeping the promises that you make to yourself. These are the things that are extremely important when it comes to reaching the goals that you have. Thank you, Gianna. We have to keep those promises. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you just put the phone down and you just executed one thing, you would get a lot further. This is why I keep telling you, get off these apps. Self-trust is everything. And if you don't have it, it can be built. But you have to make the conscious decision to change. You've got to change. Okay? That's critical. Ashley and Molly, I'm still waiting on you guys. Please don't leave me until you let me know that you're fully inside. Let's do another one. This moment is shaping me into a strong version of myself. This moment is shaping me into a strong version of myself. There's a reason why I popped up on your For You page today, and it wasn't by accident. It's because I opened your mind to new perspectives. I got you to see things from a different lens. I challenged you, and I told you the truth. The question is, what are you going to do with that truth? You just going to scroll? Like, yeah, she's right. Or are you going to change something? I don't know. I have an idea what most people will do. But that 1% of women who have hit their brick wall and they're ready for something more, they're ready for something better, those are the people who actually change. I am deserving of joy, success, and love. I am deserving of joy, success, and love. Okay, perfect. Let me check. Yes, Molly, I see you. You are inside. So give me like 4 more minutes and I'm going to go inside and start messaging you and we're going to lock in our one-on-one time, okay? You are in. I'm still waiting on Ashley. I don't know if you're on YouTube or TikTok. Ashley, please don't leave me until you confirm you are inside, okay? Yes, I'll show you. Hold on, let me refresh my page. Yeah, I'm still waiting on Ashley. Okay. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're going to click on my profile picture up at the top twice, come to my profile, and then click where it says stand.store right here in the bio. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. It's marked down from $5.97 to $3.49. Scroll down. Feel free to read my reviews. I don't mind. Enter your name. Quadruple check that email. Please use Afterpay or Klarna to break it up. And then you can click this blue button right here that says Start My Glow Up. YouTube. You have to leave the live. You're going to come to my YouTube channel, and then you're going to click where it says stand.store. And then here we are, same thing. Become the woman who actually follows through. Mark down to $3.49 for lifetime access. Read my reviews. Enter your name. Quadruple check your email address. You can use Afterpay or Klarna, and then click Start My Glow Up, okay? I'm still waiting on Ashley to let me know she got everything. Also, you guys, like I said, sometimes that email shows up in the spam folder. It has shown up in the promotional tab folder, so in the general folder. So please check all 3 and then let me know whether or not you got it. Okay. So we have a few more minutes left. Let's do another one. Ooh. I take action toward my goals every day. I take action towards my goal every day. And for those of y'all who still want to hold on to the excuse of I'm still trying to figure out where to find time, just start. Just start. Jesus. It's the amounts of mental gymnastics that a lot of people do. And they don't even realize how much energy they're exhausting with all these mental gymnastics. I cannot make this up. If you stopped overthinking everything, you would get way more done. You make things hard for you unnecessarily. Just start. Just start. Just put the app off the phone and just start recording. If you still have to work on your ebook and finish it, good morning, then just finish it. But all this roundabout, it's ridiculous. I spend more time helping women build their confidence than anything else. So many women say things that say that they're secure or that they don't care what people think, but their actions show something different. Actions always speak louder than words. Don't you ever forget that. That applies to others, and more importantly, that applies to you. You may say that you're a confident woman, But let me see your actions, and that'll tell me what's true. Because if you make excuses, if you talk about what you're going to do later, I already know you don't have as much confidence as you claim you do. Because a truly confident woman, she shows up. She's not making excuses for her own life. Absolutely not. Stuff like that doesn't fly. So we always start with small steps. I want you to stop thinking about the big goal. Maybe your big goal is to do 6 figures a year. That's an amazing goal. Maybe it's 7 figures, maybe it's 8 figures. Those are amazing goals. But instead of locking in on that huge overall overwhelming goal, let's just start with the small stuff. What are small things that we can accomplish in 30 minutes, an hour, whatever time you have, that will slowly but surely get you to that overall goal? This is why I say a lot of times we make things overcomplicated. We stress ourselves out for things that don't even need to be stressed out. This is a whole identity that we have to shift away from, which is why I keep saying we have to change. The things that we do, the things that we think, all of that has to change. And if you're not willing to change, you're not going to get the results. You're not. You have to change. Some of you guys have identified the problems that you have, but you still haven't executed the fix. You'll say things like, yeah, I do procrastinate. Okay, so you've identified that problem, but you're still not executing the fix. You literally have to execute the fix. You have to actually fix it, not just talk about it and accept it. And that's the bridge where I help so many people over. But if you don't want to change, I can't force it. I cannot force it. Ashley, not sure what she got. Okay. All right. We're going to close it out here. That was our timer. For those of you guys who did join, I'm hopping in now. You'll get a message from me in the next 5 to 10 minutes. For those of you guys who didn't, I'm so glad that you are getting the results that you need and you don't feel as though you need to change. Make sure you follow me so you do not lose me, especially on TikTok, you guys, because they do steal my videos and they do make fake accounts and then they message me, pretend to be me messaging you. Okay. YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe. Also join the Patreon. The link is down below in the description. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me on this beautiful Monday. I enjoyed you guys. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, okay? And one last thing, whether or not you decide to join Glowup Academy or not, the truth is you have to get off these apps. That is the genuine truth. You've already watched all the content that you need to watch. Do the thing that you say you're going to do and go live your life. Go live your life. If you want to travel, figure out a way to get it done. Not through no credit. If you want to build your business, get off these apps and just build the daggone business, whatever it is. But you're not going to be able to build that thing by scrolling all morning, all afternoon, all night. Get off these apps and go live your life. Okay? All right. Bye, you guys. Have an amazing rest of your